Nanach, Nachma, Nachmum, Yumen. We're learning now from the holy book of our master Nanach, Nachma, Nachmum, Yuman, Likutay Moharan. We're in the middle of the seventh Torah of the second volume. V'yesh kama bechinos b'makifim. There are many aspects of the surrounding intelligence. Previously, we learned that there's the intelligence that one actually acquires inside of him, that he has full grasp of, and there's external intelligence which is above a person's intellect, peripheral. So when a person gives over his own intellect to a student, so he empties his intellect out into a student, and that way he can acquire higher intellect, the makifim, the surrounding intellect. There are many aspects of this makifim, the surrounding peripheral intellect. Because what is peripheral, which is surrounding and above one person, is inner, is an inner intellect for his friend. Of someone that's on a higher level. And so too higher and higher. There is intelligence, which is peripheral above, surrounding one, and by someone else, that intellect is very low. It's not even considered an inner acquired intelligence for someone else. Since the other is on such a higher level than the first. And by speaking to someone, to a friend, about fear of heaven, and giving the other person, giving the friend one's knowledge about fear of heaven, through this, so through this, the person's surrounding peripheral intelligence, knowledge, becomes internal. He acquires it. And so too higher and higher. Every person, according to his aspect and his level, gets the surrounding peripheral intelligence to come inside. By speaking to his friends, the Talmido, and to his students, and giving them over his knowledge. This is what it says in the verse in Deuteronomy, because the matter is very close to you. It's in your mouth and your heart to do it, referring to repentance. Because the matter is very close to you. That so our master is giving an interpretation. The simple understanding of the verse is that saying the matter is very close to you. But our master is saying an interpretation that if one wants to bring close to him me'od, the very, bechinas makifim, very, in other words, the simple interpretation of the verse is, it is very close to you. And our master is reading the verse homiletically, that to bring the very, what's very? The makifim, the surrounding, the peripheral higher intelligence, to bring them close to you, because the makifim, the surrounding peripheral intelligence, they are very hidden and distant from a person, and to bring them close to you, to bring them inside. This is contingent, it's dependent, with your mouth and your heart to do it. With your mouth and your heart, this is an aspect of my mouth The verse says, "My mouth will speak wisdom, and the pondering of my heart, understandings." Hainu she'igala chachmaso. So we see the two aspects in this verse of speaking in the heart, with your mouth and your heart. Hainu she'igala chachmaso tfunaso l'talmidav kanal. That is, we see in the verse that he will reveal, when the person should reveal his wisdom and his understandings to his students. And previously we see that these, by giving over these wisdoms and understandings of the fear of God to the students, so then then you bring close to you the elusive, the higher intelligence. To make it, it says in the verse, which we're interpreting that to bring the mode, the distant, the very close to you, with your heart and your mouth, to make it. So bechinas ki'ilu asoa now, because to make it, when you teach a student and you give him real intelligence, real knowledge of God, you create him. Because before he knew about God, he wasn't really like a person, like our master explained previously. And through this, one is able to bring inside, internalize, and bring close the makifim, the surrounding intelligence, which are an aspect of mode, to bring them inside, canal, like we saw before. We can continue in the next video. Nanach, help God.